It's pretty wild how fast AI is changing everything,
Mm,
right? And as programmers, it's kind of impossible to ignore what it means for, well, for us and for what we do.
definitely.
Yeah. And so today we're gonna take a deep dive into exactly that, like navigating the AI frontier for programmers.
Right.
We're looking at this new report that really digs into how AI and programming are, well, how they're changing together.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do is kind of pinpoint which of the tasks that programmers do are being like, I guess, reshaped by AI.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, look at what new roles are coming up and what skills are still like super important, even with AI. And I guess just figure out how all of us can, adapt and thrive in this whole AI world.
Right,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, and the report really jumps right into like how AI is already impacting the day-to-day of what programmers are doing, and
Yeah.
it highlights how certain tasks are kind of being increasingly automated. Like for instance, when it comes to basic front-end development, there are tools like Wix's artificial design intelligence, ADI they call it,
Oh, yeah.
or the grid. And these can actually generate websites just based on what the user tells it to do.
Wow.
And then you look at quality assurance, platforms like Selenium and Appium are using AI to like automate the whole process of creating and running test cases.
Long.
Even simpler data analysis, using things like Google Sheets and Pandas,
Right.
and even some initial code review using platforms like Codacy.
Yeah.
All of these are seeing like significant AI
It's
contribution.
like AI is handling all the, I don't know, all the stuff we don't really want to be doing anyway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So why are these areas in particular so, I guess, susceptible to automation? What makes them different?
Well, it really comes down to what the work actually involves. These tasks, they tend to be repetitive. They follow like very well-defined rules, and they don't usually need a ton of original creativity or those really complex client interactions.
Oh, okay.
AI is great at recognizing patterns and, sticking to those established guidelines.
Makes sense.
But but it is important to mention the report makes it clear that the more complex stuff, the stuff involving, complicated back-end architectures or those cutting-edge machine learning frameworks, the stuff that needs really novel solutions, well, that's still very much in the realm of human expertise,
Okay, so it's not the end of programmers.
at least for now.
For now? Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
Right.
But it's not just about automation though, right?
Hmm.
Because this whole AI evolution is also creating like totally new roles for programmers too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, and one area that I think is especially interesting is prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering, of
Yeah,
course.
think of these people as like AI communicators.
Right.
They specialize in crafting the exact instructions you need to get the best results from generative AI models like ChatGPT.
Oh, interesting.
It's this really cool skill set that bridges human intent and how the machine actually understands things.
So it's not really coding, it's something else.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Okay, so what other new roles are we seeing come up?
Well, another crucial one is the AI ethics specialist.
Okay.
As these AI systems become more integrated into our lives, there's this growing need for people who really understand the ethical implications of, developing and deploying these AI systems.
That makes sense.
Right. So they focus on preventing bias, making sure things comply with regulations, and just setting the standards for, responsible AI use.
Yeah.
And then you have the AI integration specialist who's more on the practical side.
Oh,
They actually implement the AI algorithms into existing systems and automate workflows using all these new AI tools.
yeah, I can see how that would be useful.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And the report also mentions other fields that are kind of related, like machine learning engineering, data science, and even AI auditors who, like, evaluate how well the AI systems are performing.
So it seems like while AI is taking over some tasks, it's also making the irreplaceable value of human ingenuity and programming even more important.
You got it, yeah. The report really underlines how important those uniquely human capabilities still are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about complex problem solving. Like AI can be a huge help, but tackling those really intricate challenges, understanding what users actually need, making sure the code aligns with the bigger business goals,
Right.
all that still needs human abstract reasoning and critical thinking.
So AI can provide the like building blocks, but it takes a human to design the whole building.
Exactly.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, they like that.
So what other like human skills are becoming I guess, more critical now with all this AI stuff.
Well, critical thinking, it's absolutely paramount.
Yeah.
Programmers need to be able to look at what the AI tools are putting out, understand their limitations, catch any potential errors, and just make sure the code is solid and secure, you know?
Right.
And then there's creativity, that ability to come up with new solutions, design in intuitive user experiences. That's where AI just like doesn't have that inherent spark of human originality.
You can't program that in, can you?
Not yet, at least.
No, yeah.
And finally, being able to communicate well with people who aren't super technical, that's becoming more and more important as software becomes a part of literally everything.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it really is a partnership, you know, between humans and AI.
So it's more like AI is a powerful collaborator, not a replacement.
Right, exactly.
It augments what we can do.
That's the key takeaway. Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, I like that.
AI can handle those more routine aspects of the job, which frees you up to focus on the higher level stuff, the more creative and strategic parts of development.
Right, so you can focus on the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good to know.
And there are already tools that do this, you know.
Like what?
Well, like GitHub Copilot, it can suggest code snippets, and then there's AI that can automate testing procedures, even help with initial code reviews. The value is in using these tools to make you way more productive overall.
So you're not being replaced, you're just getting superpowers.
Exactly.
I like that.
Right.
Okay, so this has been, I don't know, a really eye-opening look at how things are changing.
Yeah, definitely.
So to sum it all up, AI is definitely changing programming, automating some tasks, but also creating new opportunities and making those uniquely human skills even more important.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah. The way to look at it is that AI is a tool that makes you better at what you do. It lets you focus on the parts of your work that are more, you know, intellectually stimulating and creative.
Right, so on that note, I want you to think about this. Which of the programming tasks that you're doing right now, which of those do you think could change with AI? And what new skills are you kind of like most interested in learning as all this stuff keeps evolving? Like, what does it mean for you as a programmer? Just something to think about as we wrap up this deep dive.
Some good questions to ponder, for sure.
Yeah, definitely food for thought.
Absolutely.
All right, well, until next time.
See you then.
Yeah, take care.